Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ayu Dwi Nurlita. I'm from English Education Department of Zainul Hasan University on the 6th semester. This video made due to the final exam assignment for Sociolinguistics subject. So here, I will present material from the first group about the nature of sociolinguistics. The first topic is definition of sociolinguistics. Sociolinguistics is the study of the sociological aspects of language. The discipline examines how different social factors such as ethnicity, gender, age, class, occupation, education, and geographical location can influence language use and maintain social roles within a company. In simple terms, sociolinguistics is interested in the social dimensions of language. And then the second topic is the type of sociolinguistics. The first is interactional sociolinguistics. Interactional sociolinguistics studies how people use language in face-to-face interaction. It has a specific focus on how people manage social identities and social activities as they interact. And then the second is variationist sociolinguistics. Variationist sociolinguistics is interested in how and why variations arise. And then the third topic is the key concept of sociolinguistics. The first is sociology of language. The sociology of language studies society in relation to language. Whereas sociolinguistics studies language in relation to society. For the former, society is the object of study, whereas for the latter, language is the object of the study. The second is ethnolinguistics. It concentrates on the study of the interrelation between a language and the cultural behavior of those who speak it. It is the combination between ethnology and linguistics. And then the third is accent and dialect. The term accent is restricted to the description of aspects of pronunciation that identify where an individual speaker is from, regionally or socially. It is different from the term dialect, which is used to describe features of grammar and vocabulary as well as aspects of pronunciation. And then the fourth is idiolect. This unique usage encompasses vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. It is the variety of language unique to an individual. This differs from a dialect, a common set of linguistic characteristics shared among some group of people. Then the fifth is bilingualism and diglossia. Bilingualism at the level of the individual tends to be a rather special situation involving two distinct varieties of a language, called diglossia, exists in some countries. In diglossia, there is a low variety acquired locally and used for every affairs and a high or special variety learned in school and used for important matters. And then the sixth is language planning. Language planning is a deliberate effort to influence the function, structure, or acquisition of languages or language variety within a speech community. And then the seventh is pidgins and creoles. Sometimes, as the result of relatively permanent settlement and the intermixture of two speech communities, a pidgin becomes of the first language of later generations. First language arising in this way from artificially created pidgins are called creoles. Haitian Creole is a good example. The study of the process whereby a pidgin becomes a creole and of the relationship between creoles and a country's standard language is carried on within sociolinguistics. And then the eighth is register and jargon. A register is a conventional way of using language that is appropriate in a specific context, which may be identified as situational, example, in charge, occupation, or topical. One of the defining features of a register is the use of jargon, which is special technical vocabulary associated with a specific area of work or interest. And then the last is mutual intelligibility. In linguistics, mutual intelligibility is a relationship between language or dialects, in which speakers of different but related varieties can really understand each other without prior familiarity or special effort. And then the fourth topic is factors that affecting sociolinguistics. There are geographical location, occupation, gender, our parents' career, age, and socio-economic status, class, and education level. And then the last is ethnicity. And for the last topic is the nature and the scope of sociolinguistics. For the first is sociolinguistics is a link between linguistic and social scientists. It is a meeting ground for them. They, often investigating both language and society, help us reflect on the nature of language and society and realize how in reality the relationship between the two is inextricably interwoven. And then the second is sociolinguistics examines the variable nature of language. Sociolinguistics tries to examine and explain linguistic variation in terms of personal, geographical, or social reason. And then the third is sociolinguistics studies the cause and nature of unity and diversity both linguistically and socially. In India, there are as many as 1,652 spoken languages, and there is enough good reason to believe that there is a good deal of diversity, yet despite this diversity and linguistic variation, there seems to be some kind of underlying unity that takes place quite easily. Sociolinguistics studies the mysteries behind this unity. And the fourth is sociolinguistics regards language as a maker of group solidarity and group identity. An individual creates his identity in terms of the social group he belongs to. He shares certain social and linguistic norms with the other member of his group. And then the fifth is sociolinguistics use languages as a tool of power in social life, be it in education, media, religion, administration, and so on. Language of the rich and the powerful often makes a standard variety at the cost of all varieties, which are in no way linguistically inferior. Sociolinguistics is getting concerned with such issue to bring about social change. Okay, maybe that's all for my explanation for the material. Thank you for your attention. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.